Have you felt it today? Maybe you woke up restless, your mind buzzing before the coffee even kicked in. Or maybe you felt a strange surge of energy, a kind of inner pressure that you can't quite explain. Well, it's not just you. Something extraordinary is happening right now. The Earth itself is pulsing louder. Today, the Schumann Resonance, the planet's natural heartbeat, surged to power 41. Imagine that for a moment. The Earth isn't just rock and water under our feet. It's alive with a constant, low-frequency hum that connects every living thing. And today, that drumbeat suddenly got a lot louder and more intense. And here's the fascinating part. We're not separate from it. Just like the moon tugs at the ocean's tides, these shifts in Earth's frequency tug at us too, at our energy, our moods, even our sleep. So the big question is, what does a spike like Power 41 actually mean for you and me? Is it just a scientific blip? Or is it a message, a kind of energetic nudge from the planet itself? Could this be part of the great awakening so many of us are sensing? A push toward realignment and higher awareness. That's exactly what we're diving into today. By the end of this video, you'll understand not only what happened with the Schumann Resonance today, but also what it means for your own energy, how you can align with it, and why moments like this are invitations to grow rather than something to fear. But before we go further, take a moment to ground yourself. Like this video, subscribe, and comment 41 as a way of energetically signaling your readiness to step through. So, what is this mysterious force called the Schumann Resonance? Let's imagine for a moment that the Earth is a colossal drum, humming softly beneath our feet. Its surface forms the drum's skin, and far above, about 60 miles up, the ionosphere stretches like a second membrane. Each time, lightning cracks across the sky, and that happens millions of times every single day. It's as though a cosmic hand strikes that drum. The sound waves from those strikes bounce endlessly between the earth and the sky, creating a low, steady hum that has echoed around our planet since the beginning of life itself. This hum is the Schumann Resonance. You can't hear it with your ears, it's far too low, but your body, your mind, and your very being are attuned to it, like a finely tuned antenna picking up Earth's quiet song. The core frequency of this resonance is about 7.83 Hz. On its own, that number might not seem impressive, but here's where the wonder begins. It closely mirrors the frequency of the human brain in a relaxed, meditative state. That means when you sit still, breathe deeply, and let the world slow down, you're not just calming yourself, you're syncing with the Earth's own natural rhythm. It's as though the planet and your consciousness are dancing to the same ancient beat. But this frequency doesn't always remain gentle and steady. It fluctuates, surges, even spikes. And when it does, the Earth's background whisper becomes a booming, undeniable drumbeat. Today, that steady hum surged to power 41, a dramatic increase, like someone turning up the volume on the planet's voice. This isn't just an abstract measurement, it's a tangible force, and we feel it, often without knowing why. Our bodies are intricate, sensitive instruments. When the Earth's resonance spikes, many of us sense it through disrupted sleep, racing thoughts, sudden waves of emotion, or bursts of inspiration that seem to come from nowhere. It's as if the Earth herself is reaching out, whispering, "Wake up, there's something more." The Schumann Resonance isn't just science, it's a bridge between the physical and the invisible, a song playing in the background of all life, gently reminding us that we're deeply, beautifully connected to the living earth. And this spike to power 41. It isn't just a number on a chart, it's a signal, an energetic wave that rolls through the atmosphere, through human consciousness, and straight through you. Think of it like the music in a cafe, usually subtle, setting the mood without you noticing. But now, the bass has deepened, the rhythm has intensified, and suddenly, you can't ignore it. Your body picks it up, your heartbeat starts to sync, and your awareness shifts. And here's the incredible part. People all over the world report feeling this: restlessness, vivid dreams, 3 a.m. wakefulness, unexplained emotions, even moments of profound clarity. Maybe you've felt a rush of creativity, or strange synchronicities have been stacking up around you like clues in a cosmic treasure hunt. For some, especially those who are naturally intuitive or sensitive, these spikes feel like downloads, flashes of inspiration, vision, or purpose. Others describe an almost electric sense of anticipation, as if something bigger is trying to reach them through the static. Sure, skeptics might chalk it all up to coincidence, but when thousands of people across the planet report the same physical, emotional, and spiritual shifts at the same time these resonances surge, it stops feeling random. From a scientific standpoint, when the Earth's electromagnetic field shifts, it touches ours, our hearts, our brains, our entire bioelectric system. We are not separate from this planet. We are extensions of it. And from a spiritual lens, many believe these energetic peaks are moments of awakening, when the veil between dimensions thins, and we're offered a glimpse into something greater. Power. 41 isn't just data, it's an invitation. So pause, take a moment, and reflect on how you've been feeling. Have your sleep patterns changed? Have forgotten emotions resurfaced? Have you felt unusually tired, or on the contrary, lit up with purpose and creativity? If so, you're not broken. You're in resonance. You're moving in time with the Earth's amplified song. Now stretch this idea even further. Think about the collective human field, the shared emotional and energetic space we all influence. When millions of us tune in, feel deeply, and shift together, we generate real change. The Earth doesn't hum alone. Her rhythm echoes through each of us, stirring, shaking, and waking us, like a bell that's been rung, calling us to rise. The question isn't whether we feel it. The real question is, how will we choose to respond? That's why these sudden surges in the Earth's frequency matter so much. They remind us that we are not isolated beings, floating on a lifeless rock in space, but intricately woven into the living frequency of the Earth itself. When her heartbeat rises, something deep within us rises too. That's the deeper meaning behind Power 41. It's not just a statistic or a scientific oddity, it's a signal, a gentle but undeniable tap on the shoulder from the Earth herself, saying, "Wake up, align, pay attention, something is shifting." So the next time you feel inexplicably restless, toss and turn at night, or find yourself swept up in sudden emotion, don't be so quick to dismiss it. Ask yourself instead, am I feeling the Earth's pulse? Am I being called to shift too? Because the truth is, you are. We all are. And this brings us to the big question. Are these dramatic shifts in the Schumann Resonance just quirky blips in the field of Earth science? Or could they be spiritual signals beckoning us toward awakening? The honest answer is, they are both. Scientifically, the Schumann Resonance is a measurable electromagnetic phenomenon. Researchers monitor it using highly sensitive instruments, and they'll tell you these spikes happen due to lightning storms, solar winds, or subtle shifts in the ionosphere. Plain physics at work. But science, as precise as it is, doesn't tell the full story. Because while data is being collected and analyzed, something just as real is happening inside of us. We're not separate from these natural electromagnetic fields. We're made of the same elements. Our bodies are living antennas, comprised of water, minerals, and energy, tuned to receive and respond. Our hearts generate electromagnetic fields. Our brains pulse with electrical rhythms. We are biologically wired to resonate with the Earth's song, and that's where the realm of spirituality enters. For centuries, mystics, healers, and energy-sensitive souls have believed that these resonance spikes are not random. They carry purpose and meaning. They're seen as calls to collective awakening, as though the Earth herself is nudging us to rise in vibration, to expand in love, awareness, and unity. So here lies the beautiful bridge. What if both views are true? What if science explains how the resonance changes, while spirit reveals why it matters? Science tells us about the lightning strikes and the ionosphere, the solar wind, and the magnetic shifts. But spirit tells us what these changes invite us to become. Imagine the Earth as a great living being, her body physical, her atmosphere energetic, her heartbeat pulsing through the Schumann Resonance. When her rhythm changes, we feel it because we are part of her body, part of her consciousness. Science is the language of her body. Spirituality is the language of her soul. Together, they create the full story. So rather than pitting science and spirit against one another, what if we embrace them as complementary lenses, two ways of seeing the same truth? One gives us clarity, the other gives us meaning. And when we honor both, we gain more than understanding. We gain connection. That's what makes these spikes so powerful. They are not just electromagnetic anomalies. They are moments when the Earth speaks to us in data and in whispers, inviting us to listen not only with our minds, but with our hearts. So the next time you see a spike, power 41, power 50, don't think of it as cold data on a screen. See it as the living pulse of the Earth, reminding you that you belong here, that you're connected to something infinitely vast, and that you are being invited to rise with it. Let's bring that realization home, into your body, your thoughts, and your everyday experience. Because when the Schumann Resonance spikes, it's not just an abstract reading, it's a full-body, full-soul experience. You feel it, I feel it, we all do. Start with energy. Many people report feeling unusually energized during high-resonance activity, as if they've had strong coffee without drinking a drop. Thoughts race, the body buzzes, and your very cells feel like they're vibrating faster. But this surge of energy doesn't always feel smooth or joyful. It can also come as restlessness, agitation, or the sense that you just can't settle. It's like your favorite song suddenly gets played in a higher key. You still recognize the tune, but you have to stretch to keep up. Your body is doing the same thing, reaching, adjusting, trying to match the Earth's new rhythm. That stretch is what you feel as jitteriness, sleeplessness, or emotional highs and lows. And that brings us to sensitivity. When the Earth's heartbeat spikes, many of us become more emotionally raw, more open. The protective layers we use to navigate daily life grow thin, And suddenly, we're more vulnerable, crying over small things, laughing uncontrollably, feeling anger or joy in big sweeping waves. Long-buried memories might resurface, vivid and surprising. It's like the energy is shaking loose everything we've hidden in the corners of our hearts. But here's something important. Don't judge yourself for being too sensitive. That sensitivity is not weakness. It's your system recalibrating. You're clearing static, clearing space. Think of it like a snow globe being shaken. Everything swirls for a while, but once it settles, the view is clearer and more beautiful than before. And then there's intuition, perhaps one of the most magical effects of all. During resonance spikes, many people report a sharpening of intuition. Gut feelings become clearer. Synchronicities multiply. You think of a friend and they reach out. You ponder a question and the answer arrives in a song lyric, a stranger's comment, or a random sign. It's as if the universe speaks more loudly during these times, guiding you gently toward deeper connection and awareness. Why does it matter when the earth raises its vibration? Because every time it does, it's an invitation, a quiet, powerful nudge for us to raise ours too. And when we accept that invitation, even for a moment, something beautiful happens. Our busy minds quiet down just enough for our inner knowing to rise to the surface. You've likely felt this before. Those moments of clarity where you just know something without any logical explanation. That's intuition. And during energetic spikes like Power 41, it's as if someone's turned up the volume on that inner voice, making whispers suddenly sound like clear messages. But here's what's really important to remember. Not everyone experiences these shifts the same way. Some people feel lit up, creative, and inspired, ready to dive into new ideas or projects with enthusiasm. Others feel the opposite, tired, emotional, even physically unwell. And both responses are completely valid, completely natural. Think of it like jet lag. You're not broken, you're just syncing with a new frequency, like your whole being is adjusting to a different energetic time zone. So if you're feeling like you need more sleep, more water, more space, listen. Your body knows how to find its balance if you give it the chance. And if you're riding a high of creativity and energy, lean into that. But don't forget to stay grounded. You don't want to burn out before you've even taken flight. Now pause for a moment. How have you been feeling lately? Is your sleep a little off? Have your moods been shifting? Are synchronicities popping up more often? These aren't random. They're signs that you're resonating, tuning in, aligning. Awareness is the first step in moving with this energy instead of being swept up in it. Because here's the bigger picture. Every time the Earth's resonance surges, it's like a rehearsal for us, training our minds, bodies, and spirits to live in a higher frequency. That buzzing energy, those emotional waves, that sharper sense of knowing, it's all your system, learning how to hold more light, more awareness, more connection. You're being tuned, like an instrument, to harmonize with the rising rhythm of the earth. So the next time you're lying awake, heart racing with no clear reason, or you suddenly feel tears rise with no obvious cause, remind yourself, this is not random, it's resonance. Your body is adjusting, your soul is stretching, your intuition is awakening. And inside that discomfort, there's a gift. The Earth's amplified heartbeat is calling you to rise, and every part of your being is learning how to answer that call. Up to now, we've looked at the science and the symptoms, how these surges feel in your body, and mind. But let's step through the veil and view this through the mystical lens, because that's where the deeper truth often lives. A surge like today's Power 41 isn't just an electromagnetic blip. It's an activation, a download, a message coded in energy, pressing gently but insistently on the edges of who you think you are, nudging you into who you really are. It's as if the earth herself is whispering, "Rise with me, expand with me, you're ready." These moments aren't noise, they're cosmic invitations. Awakening doesn't mean floating away from the world. It means learning to see it with new eyes. It's when you realize you're not just a body going through motions, but a soul having a sacred experience. It's when compassion flows more easily, when presence comes naturally, when fear starts to loosen its grip. Every spike is like a bell ringing through the atmosphere, shaking loose what no longer belongs and calling us back into alignment with what is real. Yes, it can be uncomfortable, like an inner earthquake rearranging your foundations, but that shaking is making room for something stronger, more true. Think of yourself as an instrument. When the earth raises her frequency, she's asking you to retune. At first, the new notes may sound strange, even dissonant, but once they settle, the melody is clearer, higher, more harmonious. Power 41 isn't just a number, it's a tuning fork for your soul. That's why you might feel the urge to slow down today, to breathe deeper, to look inward. These spikes aren't about doing more, they're about being more. Alignment isn't effort, it's surrender. When you stop resisting, you naturally fall into harmony with the earth's song. And alignment isn't just a spiritual idea. It shows up in everyday life. You might find yourself more patient, more loving, more real with the people around you. You may feel an urge to let go of what no longer fits. Old habits, draining jobs, unaligned relationships. You might feel pulled towards service, creativity, contribution. Not out of pressure, but from a soul-level calling. That's awakening. Not some distant dramatic event, but a quiet unfolding, moment by moment, surge by surge. So let today's spike be more than an interesting tidbit. Let it be a mirror. The earth is expanding, and because you are part of her, so are you. The restlessness, the emotion, the energy you've been feeling, maybe it's not something to fix, but something to embrace. Ask yourself, how am I being asked to rise? Where is life calling me to expand? What does alignment look like right now? Because here's the truth, the earth doesn't evolve without you. You're not a passive passenger. You're a vital thread in her unfolding story. Every time you choose truth over fear, presence over distraction, compassion over reaction, you amplify her song. And that's what Power 41 is really about. It's not just about science or symptoms. It's a cosmic whisper. Rise, expand, remember. And if you've been feeling this frequency in your own body, you already know. The Earth's resonance isn't something that just happens out there. It stirs something deep inside you. When the frequency rises, it can be overwhelming. But you're not powerless. In fact, you're more capable than ever. Because just like a dancer adjusting to a new rhythm, you can align with this evolving pulse. And it all begins with the most ancient and natural practice we have, earthing. Have you ever felt a deep, almost inexplicable calm after walking barefoot on grass or standing with your toes in the sand? That feeling isn't just about relaxation, it's something far more powerful and profoundly physical. The earth holds a natural negative charge, And when your bare skin touches her surface, your body begins to release built-up static and emotional stress, like unplugging from chaos and plugging directly into a source of grounding energy. It's like recharging your inner battery straight from the source. During powerful Schumann spikes, this simple act of earthing can be a total game changer. Just take off your shoes and let your feet connect to the soil, the grass, even a concrete sidewalk if that's all you've got. Close your eyes, feel the earth's pulse beneath you, and imagine your tension flowing down through your legs like roots into the ground, while her steady, ancient hum rises up to soothe your nervous system. Even 10 minutes can transform your energy. And if you can't get outside, turn to your breath. Yes, your breath, the most accessible tool you have. When these frequency surges hit, our bodies can react like we're in danger. Hearts racing, minds spinning. But deep, rhythmic breathing sends a different message to your nervous system. It's okay. You're safe. Try this simple pattern. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. A few minutes of that, and you'll begin to feel your body soften and your mind settle. Breath is more than just air. It's your personal rhythm, and slowing it down helps bring your own frequency into harmony with the Earth's natural beat. Like tuning an instrument, it aligns your inner song with hers. And when you're feeling especially stirred by these energetic waves, consider meditation or journaling. Think of the resonance spikes as cosmic Wi-Fi, streams of energy and information flowing through the atmosphere. To access them, stillness is required. Meditation opens your inner antenna. It doesn't need to be fancy. Just sit, breathe, close your eyes, and notice how the energy moves through your body. Let thoughts drift by like clouds. Don't chase them. Just listen. If sitting still isn't for you, journaling can be just as powerful. Grab a pen, open a notebook, and let it all spill out. Your thoughts, feelings, strange dreams, intuitive nudges. Don't judge or analyze. Let it flow. Later, when you read back, you may discover insights or answers you didn't know you were seeking. And through it all, don't forget the simplest tool of all: water. Your body is more than 70% water, and water is a conductor of energy. When the Earth's frequency spikes, your entire system is processing more than usual. Like a laptop running on high power, hydration helps. Drink more water than you think you need. Each sip is more than just hydration. It's a cleansing, recalibrating act, syncing your cells with the Earth's higher rhythm. These tools may sound simple, even basic, but that's the magic. They are basic. They're built into your design. When the Earth's pulse intensifies, it's not about doing more or knowing more. It's about returning to what's natural: grounding, breathing, stillness, water. These aren't luxury practices. They're how your body remembers how to flow with the Earth, not against her. And don't fall into the trap of thinking alignment means perfection. You don't need to meditate for hours or walk barefoot all day in the woods. Even a few mindful minutes, a deep breath here, a short walk there, a glass of water held with intention, can shift your energy profoundly. It's not about how much you do, but how consistently you remember to do it. Alignment isn't just about calming your nervous system. It's about expanding your soul. These practices are your way of answering the Earth's invitation to rise. They're how you say yes to evolution. When you ground, breathe, meditate, hydrate, you're syncing with her frequency. So next time you feel overwhelmed or off-center, During one of these surges, pause, step outside, feel the earth under your feet, breathe, put your hand over your heart and remind yourself, I am tuning with the earth, I am safe, I am rising with her. These aren't survival tools, they're ascension tools. They're how you stop being tossed by the waves and start surfing them with grace. That's the gift of practical alignment. It's not about escaping the energy, it's about embodying it. It's not about resisting the shifts, but letting them transform you. So start small, start now. Walk barefoot, take a breath, sit in stillness, drink water. These simple actions create the bridge between your personal rhythm and the Earth's cosmic melody. And once you find that harmony, you'll begin to notice something bigger, because these resonance surges aren't just affecting you, they're moving through all of us. Now it's time to widen the lens, because these energetic spikes aren't only personal, they ripple out into the collective field of humanity. Imagine it, every one of us, like a single cell in the Earth's body, all tuning into her frequency together. When her pulse shifts, every part of the whole feels it. So when we hit something like Power 41, it's not just your rhythm being adjusted, it's our rhythm. And this is where it gets really exciting. The collective energy field, the shared emotional and spiritual atmosphere we all live within, becomes more awake, more sensitive, more creatively alive during these resonance peaks. Maybe you've noticed it. After a strong surge, conversations feel deeper, ideas spread faster. There's a sense of stirring in the air, like we're all moving towards something we can't quite name. That's the collective awakening. It doesn't come in one big dramatic moment. It comes in waves, in pulses, just like the Schumann Resonance itself. Every spike is a tuning fork for humanity, adjusting our shared consciousness towards something brighter. It's as if the Earth is conducting us like an orchestra, lifting the tempo and inviting us all to play in a higher key. Let's be honest, collective awakening doesn't always begin with peace and clarity. In fact, it often starts with upheaval. Just like a personal energy shift can stir up deep emotions, when the Earth's resonance spikes, humanity itself feels the turbulence. Old systems shake, buried truths surface, conflicts intensify, not because we're falling apart, but because we're being recalibrated. It's like a snow globe being shaken. Everything seems chaotic in the moment, but the scattering is necessary for a clearer, more aligned picture to emerge. The message is unmistakable. The old templates of fear, division, and disconnection no longer serve us. The frequency is rising, and it's calling us into unity, into remembering who we really are. And here's the beautiful part. Even in the chaos, something sacred stirs. You can feel it. People are waking up. They're reaching for kindness. Communities are gathering. Artists are channeling inspiration. Healers are stepping forward. Conversations are deepening. You'll notice more people questioning the narratives we've been handed, searching for truth, craving something real. That's the collective field shifting in real time. During these spikes, we remember we're not just names, jobs, roles, or consumers. We are radiant, conscious beings, breathing the same air, living on the same earth, listening to the same planetary heartbeat. And the earth is rising, gently but powerfully, inviting us to rise with her. So what does this really mean for you? It means your personal alignment, your ability to stay grounded, breathe deeply, live with an open heart, matters more than you think. Every time you choose presence, You don't just balance your own energy, you contribute coherence to the entire human field. You become a tuning fork for those around you. Picture it like a still pond. Drop one stone in, and the ripples spread. Now imagine millions of people, each dropping their own stone of love, awareness, and presence. The ripples merge, amplify, and create a wave of awakening. This is how collective shifts happen, not just through movements or leaders, but through each of us becoming resonance amplifiers in our own way. And maybe, just maybe, these resonance spikes we keep noticing aren't just scientific anomalies. Maybe they are the sign we've all been waiting for. Maybe the shift isn't a future event. It's already unfolding in the sleepless nights, in the emotional swells, in the sudden synchronicities, and in the quiet nudges of intuition. So the next time the Schumann Resonance surges, don't just ask, "What's happening to me?" Ask, "What's moving through us?" Watch how your community feels, what conversations arise, what patterns emerge in collective thought. These are not coincidences. They're clues that the collective field is evolving. Every spike is another opportunity for humanity to wake up a little more, to soften, to unify, to remember what really matters. Because the truth is, we don't rise alone. We rise together. That's the invitation of Power 41. It's not just your personal transformation. It's our shared awakening. It's the earth ringing a bell that echoes through every heart, saying, "Now is the moment. Remember who you are. Remember who we are." So why does Power 41 matter so much? Because it's not just another blip on a frequency chart. It's a threshold moment, a signpost on the journey. Look back, and you'll likely find that these resonance bursts often coincide with personal breakthroughs, revelations, emotional release, or even shifts in global consciousness. That's why today is meaningful. Power 41 reminds us that the earth is speaking louder now, asking us to listen, not just with our ears, but with our bodies, our hearts, our spirits. Over the coming days, pay close attention to the whispers of intuition, the timing of synchronicities, the sudden insights in stillness. These aren't random. They're the wave moving through you, through us all. Perhaps this surge is the Earth's way of saying, change is here. Stay awake. Stay present. So let's take a breath together. Let's anchor in the truth that these energy spikes aren't accidents. They're invitations. Each one is a doorway to embodying more awareness, more love, more presence in your daily life. Think of Power 41 as a sacred reminder to pause, to recalibrate, to rise. The Earth has sent out a stronger pulse, a louder heartbeat, and it's up to us to answer. That might mean giving yourself space to feel instead of pushing emotions away. It might mean choosing kindness when you want to shut down, or simply standing barefoot on the earth, remembering you are part of something vast, connected, and held. Because this idea of the new earth isn't some distant dream. It's being born in every conscious breath, every act of compassion, every small choice to align with truth. When you attune to the Earth's rising resonance, you're not just healing yourself, you're becoming a vital thread in the collective healing. So carry this with you. The Earth is awakening, and so are you. Together, we are becoming her new heartbeat. Let's rise with intention. Let's rise with love. Let's rise as one. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below.